Back to the channel again here. So this is the chart of the Nifty, right? We need to understand actually what happened today. We'll analyze and we'll look at why this market was sideways, right? In order to understand that, I will just give you one of the best ways to understand today how actually the market happens to react, right? So if you look at for the chart of this Nifty, right, for last 5 days, I have the chart of the last 5 days with the very short span of time frame, that is called 5 minutes, right? And try to understand here the market, how is the structure is made over here, right? It is something like, like very zigzag. It has gone the upper side also is facing the resistance. So let us figure it out. Upper side, where is this resistance is facing the most often, and that frequently the market is coming and facing the the biggest resistance at the 15,920 15. These are the zones. So once it starts traveling above this and it starts giving any closing, so there is a for sure we are going to see 16,000, and 16,000 is not a big resistance for it, but once it crosses the 15,950, from there we're gonna see a big move. So this was the case. Now the downside, what is actually happening in the Nifty, that also we need to understand, right? So this is the structure. If you look at the 5 days of chart in the small time frame, right, that is called 5 minutes of time frame, the Nifty is trading in the particular zone, right? How do you figure it out? On the upper side 15,900, on the lower side 15,600 and 620 30. These are the basically a very strong support for the Nifty, and that's why I have been saying you that 15,610, if it breaks and giving any closing below this, is like a dangerous zone for the Nifty towards the downside, that opens even more than 250 and above that points, right? So what happened actually? Now where are we going to see the market in days to come, especially in the next week? So I was sure today that market is going to open up gap down, right? That was sure, but I didn't really know that market will also recover very fast. If you look at this side, so how do you figure it out during the day? So remember, if you look at here, one of the tools I have applied, that is called pivot point, daily pivot point here. So this is S1, right? So S1 is exactly coming somewhere else, 15,632 40 zone, right? Just let me figure it out and that becomes very clear for you. So 633, 15,633, and previously also it is somewhere else here only, like exactly 15,635. So this zone last time also on the day of, if you read 2nd of July, it took the support elsewhere here only, and it continued to have the rally and the sideways market, then it started falling from here and continuous fall. Then finally today also we open gap down, but again look at here, how to identify this is going to have a a kind of break, and it is going to make a reversal change, right? So that what we understand here is, look at here, the price action has been very clearly made over here, right? Very clearly. This is the chart here, if you can see. So after consecutive fall of this 5 minutes candle and the two consecutive, right, then after again the sellers tried to take this even below this, but they could not, and started here spending little time. So this is how you need to figure it out. The price action is on the top, right? So again this is the low which was not broken even after 20 minutes, and the price action started making here, and finally it went to touch the previous day closing, right? If you remember this exactly, and this also is somewhere else. This is the high of that particular 2nd of July. So this is how it plays high low of the previous day. That also is a major point for you to remember and understand. If you remember that, you can trade easily during the day, and between that zone only it generally trades, right? So this is the understanding of the Nifty, and during the day how you can use the pivot point and how you can trade very effectively, making the point of previous days and highs and lows. That is very, very important. So remember, whenever you trade this way, you have to remember the previous day and low and all this point, okay? So this is all about the Nifty. We'll see in the next